Well, friends, today we are scraping the bottom of the cauldron for this one, freaky folks. Here lies a group of wretched movies with the lowest tomato meters of all time, with a minimum of 20 reviews. Now rising and shambling into our guide of the worst reviewed horror movies ever made. Now, no movie listed here achieved higher than 9% on the Tomatometer. As you might expect, the list features remakes, sequels that no one asked for, and then there are movies so bad that they will never even get a sniff of a chance for a sequel. So brace yourself as we count down the worst reviewed horror movies of all time. Starting with number 10, Fear.com. When 4 bodies are discovered among the industrial decay and urban grime of New York City, young detective Mike Riley teams with ambitious Department of Health researcher Terry Huston to uncover the cause behind their violent and inexplicable deaths. The only common factor shared by the victims, each died exactly 48 hours after logging on to Fear.com. Starring Stephen Dorff, Natasha McAlone, Stephen Rea, and directed by William Malone. Critics say, as frustrating as a 404 error, Fear.com is a stylish, incoherent, and often nasty mess with few scares.
Come and find out. Don't you want to play with me? Do you want to hurt me? You're lying.
How enticing the smell of cheap perfume can be.
Number 9, Bless the Child. When Maggie's sister Jenna saddles her with an autistic newborn named Cody, she touches Maggie's heart and becomes the daughter she's always longed for. But 6 years later, Jenna suddenly re-enters her life and, with her mysterious new husband, Eric Stark, abducts Cody. Despite the fact that Maggie has no legal rights to Cody, FBI agent John Travis takes up her cause when he realizes that Cody shares the same birth date as several other recently missing children. Starring Kim Basinger, Jimmy Smits, Holliston Coleman, and directed by Chuck Russell. Critics say Bless the Child squanders its talented cast on a plot that's more likely to inspire unintentional laughs than shivers.
After you.
Thank you. Number 8, The Haunting of Molly Hartley. After surviving a brutal attack by her insane mother, teenage Molly is eager to get a fresh start at a new school. Attracting the attention of one of the school's most popular students, she thinks she is finally fitting in and getting her life on track. But on the eve of her 18th birthday, Molly learns the horrifying truth about her devilish legacy. Starring Haley Bennett, Chase Crawford, Annalyn McCord, and directed by Mickey Little. Critics say The Haunting of Molly Hartley is a rather lifeless horror endeavor with a pedestrian plot and few scares.
That's so beautiful. Thank you.
What's wrong? You're hearing things again.
No, it's just a headache. I'm fine. I'm fine. I just want to get out of here, okay? Dad.
Get in the car. Put some clothes on.
Number 7, Alone in the Dark. When the investigations of supernatural detective Edward Carnby lead him to uncover a long-lost tribe called the Abscani, he finds out that they worship demons. These evil creatures are now attempting to resurface in the world, and Edward can stop them only with the help of Aline Sedrak, an archaeologist who also happens to be his old flame. With sinister forces attempting to take over Edward's mind, can he and Aline stop them before it's too late? Starring Christian Slater, Tara Reid, Stephen Dorff, and directed by Uwe Boll. Critics say, inept on almost every level, Alone in the Dark may not work as a thriller, but it's good for some head-slapping, incredulous laughter. Number 6, Return of the Living Dead Part 2. A boy and his friends free something evil from a canister fallen off an army truck. Starring Michael Kenworthy, Tom Matthews, James Karen, and directed by Ken Wiederhorn. Critics say, 0 brains.
Oh, Jesus! Oh, oh no! Oh no!
What is it?
Oh! Oh my God! Oh, you son of a you shit! Oh, shit! Oh, God!
Oh, get rid of it, please! Get rid of it!
Oh, shit! Oh, God! Oh, Mother of mercy! Oh, Mama!
Get that damn screwdriver out of my head!
Number 5, Homecoming. A jealous woman plots revenge after her former beau returns to their hometown with a pretty new girlfriend. Starring Misha Barton, Jessica Stroop, Matt Long, and directed by Morgan J. Freeman. Critics say a lazy collection of obsession thriller cliches, Homecoming will leave viewers wishing they'd opted for a lopsided football game and some awkward dancing instead.
If that selfish bitch had just died 1 month earlier, I could have gone with you. I could have gone with you to school and everything would be all right. Things would still be the way they were.
She was your mom, Shelby. Can't believe you just said that. What the hell's wrong with you?
Please, Mikey. You're all I got. Please don't put me in this position.
Hey. Come on, hey, it's gonna be okay. Just give it a little time.
Number 4, The Disappointments Room. Dana, her husband David, and their 5-year-old son Lucas start a new life after moving from the hustle and bustle of Brooklyn, New York, to a stately old manor in the quiet countryside. After settling in, Dana starts to experience terrifying visions and dreams that she can't explain. The mystery grows when she stumbles upon a secret room in the attic. After finding the key and unlocking the door, Dana discovers a dark history of the family that lived there in the 19th century. Starring Kate Beckinsale, Mel Rideout, Gerald McCraney, and directed by DJ Caruso. Critics say The Disappointments Room lives down to its title, with a thrill-free thriller that presumably left its stars filled with regret and threatens to do the same for audiences.
Lucas, is that you? Lucas?
Number 3, Cabin Fever. Fresh out of college, 5 friends face the horrors of a flesh-eating virus while staying at a remote cabin. Starring Gage Golightly, Matthew Daddario, Nadine Crocker, and directed by Travis Zeruni. Critics say, no need for a quarantine, enthusiasm for this inert remake is not contagious.
I'm burning. Help me. I need a doctor.
Get him a blanket.
Oh, you. It's you. No. Wait, I'm letting that contagious freak in me.
No, he's sick and he needs help, okay?
What? No, look at him. I mean, he's got something bad.
Oh, we need to call him a doctor. Call someone. Okay, no, we don't have any reception.
Oh, that freak is going to the car. What?
Oh, wait, what? What's he doing? What? Oh, my God.
Hey, get the out. Hey, get the out of the car. Get the out of the car. Hey. Whoa. Oh, what the
Nothing all over the car.
Whoa, come in here, get him. Whoa.
Hey, freak, look at me. Look at the guy with the gun. Hey, get out of the car.
No, shoot the crazy guy, not the car.
Number 2, Jaws: The Revenge. The family of widow Ellen Brody has long been plagued by shark attacks, and this unfortunate association continues when her son is the victim of a massive great white. In mourning, Ellen goes to visit her other son, Michael, in the Bahamas, where she meets the charming Hoagie Newcomb. As Ellen and Hoagie begin a relationship, a huge shark appears off the coast of the island, and Ellen's troubles with the great whites begins again. Starring Lorraine Gary, Michael Caine, Lance Guest, and directed by Joseph Sargent. Critics say illogical, tension-free, and filled with cut-rate special effects, Jaws 4: The Revenge is a sorry chapter in a once-proud franchise.
Such a live wire liable to make your hair stick up funny.
That's good, Michael. William! Yeah, there's no hope for that, boy.
Jake? Jake, that's a joke.
Holy sh**. We got a big fish down here, man.
Oh, yeah? How big?
What's wrong?
Ellen?
Jesus Christ.
Ellen, what's wrong?
Nothing. I'm fine.
No, you're not.
I'm terrific.
And before we reveal number 1, here are some honorable mentions. The Apparition. Plagued by frightening occurrences in their home, Kelly and Ben learn that a university's parapsychology experiment produced an entity that is now haunting them. The malevolent spirit feeds on fear and torments the couple no matter where they run. Desperate, Kelly and Ben turn to a paranormal researcher, but even with his aid, it may already be too late to save themselves from the terrifying presence. Starring Ashley Greene, Sebastian Stan, Tom Felton, and directed by Todd Lincoln. Critics say The Apparition fails to offer anything original, isn't particularly scary, and offers so little in the way of dramatic momentum that it's more likely to put you to sleep than thrill you. House of the Dead. Simon and Greg meet a group of friends and set out to attend a rave on a remote island. When they miss the ferry, they decide to ride with Kirk, a smuggler. They find the island deserted and discover that the partygoers have been killed by zombies. Now the group must evade the deadly creatures and try to find safety. However, the only means of escape, Kirk's boat, has been overrun, forcing the survivors to ward off the undead. Starring Jonathan Cherry, Tyron Lightso, Clint Howard, and directed by Uwe Boll. Critics say a grungy, disjointed, mostly brainless mess of a film, House of the Dead is nonetheless loaded with unintentional laughs. The Darkness. Peter Taylor, his wife Bronnie, and their 2 children return to Los Angeles after a fun-filled vacation to the Grand Canyon. Strange events soon start to plague the family, including young son Michael's increasingly erratic behavior. The Taylors learn that Michael brought back some mysterious rocks that he discovered inside a cave, and unfortunately, something followed them home as the clan now find themselves in a battle with a supernatural force that preys on their worst fears. Starring Kevin Bacon, Radha Mitchell, David Mazouz, and directed by Greg McLean. Critics say The Darkness clumsily relies on an assortment of genre tropes, leaving only the decidedly non-frightening ghosts of superior horror films in its wake. And finally, the #1 worst horror movie is One Missed Call. When Beth Raymond witnesses the deaths of 2 friends, she knows there's more at work than just a tragic coincidence. Days before they die, both victims hear their terrifying final moments on cell phones. Now, although the police think Beth is crazy, Detective Jack Andrews believes her. Together, the pair try to unravel the mystery behind the horrifying messages before their own phone numbers come up. Starring Shannon Sossaman, Edward Burns, Ana Claudia Talancon, and directed by Eric Villette. Critics say one of the weakest entries in the J-horror remake sweepstakes. One Missed Call is undone by bland performances and shop-worn shocks.
Every time I turn around, there's...
Well, friends, that about does it for us. Be sure to stay tuned to the Rotten Tomatoes channel for more of the entertainment content you love, and for even more news, scores, and recommendations on the latest TV shows and movies, head on over to RottenTomatoes.com. Until next time, I'm your host, Naz Perez, and we'll see you back here for more Top 10s on the Rotten Tomatoes Countdown.